It's about time you tune in. We speak life for reality. Our thoughts are not fiction. No one gets an opinion on the topics that we mention with the Holy Ghost boldness. God's in control of this. Real talk with real men for purpose and focus. Growth to get better. See, man up, we better. To change for the better. The future getting better. True men of God. Lead it, going hard. It's time to level up with the Man Up Squad. Now, man up. You got this. M-A-N-U-P. Man up. That man up. M-A-N-U-P. That man up.
Hey guys, we are on the air live. Please contact someone, share it. Amen. Everybody got their phones, guys? You got your phones? Go see if somebody just tag in and let people know that we're on the air. Want y'all to do the same thing. We do not want to talk to ourselves this year. We want you to help us share the word and the information that Man Up is on the air. We got Mr. Rock here today and so many others, and we're excited about what God is doing. So just share this, amen. Come on, everybody come and share. Like and share, I see, so we know you're on, you're supporting us. Amen. Everything, we still in the commercial part. But we're here, though. We're here. We're on a topic that Pastor Marcus hollered out. What was it, Pastor Marcus? Don't lose your momentum. I got the first question is your momentum lost? And you can pick any area. Is your momentum lost in your family, in your career? Is your momentum lost in your health? Or just your momentum lost in your desire, your energy, purpose? Let's start with the question, is it anything lost in your momentum? You can lose your momentum in your relationship. You know that, right?
I would say I'll start. My momentum was lost. You had asked the question before we came on air about our New Year's resolution or something that we wanted to change, and that was one of the things that I wanted to change: my relationship with my family and my wife and my sons. So that momentum was, I wouldn't say at a standstill, but it was lacking. So, but in this new year, my momentum of being a better husband, a better father, a better friend has picked up dramatically.
Excellent. Anybody else want to join?
I would kind of piggyback off what he just said. Just to kind of go behind what he was saying, Minister Derek, is that I felt like my momentum kind of slowed down as well, just like in everything, in every category. So part of what I wanted to focus on was just fine-tuning everything, being a better father, husband, provider, even getting to God's word more, having that zeal more and kind of having that passion that I used to have when I, first was saved and delivered.
Okay, Anthony, you had something you want to say?
Yes, actually, my momentum has increased. I've seen results at the end of the closing of 2023, and I watched and I said, "Oh, I see change. I see things is getting better." So it's like I'm pumped up again. I'm live. I'm charged up, ready to roll. I feel raw.
Wow. Animal noise. Oh, we know we got something going on. Hey man, how about you, Minister Rock? I mean, Chris. I'm sorry.
I would say that the cool thing about I think with the question just lost is I think if you think it's lost, it's lost. I think mine at the end of the year kind of cruised a little bit, and now it's picking back up. I think the beginning of the year is like, okay, because beginning of the year to me is, I just think it's work. It's like, okay, because it's new year, new levels, probably new things I gotta change, and of course that's all work. So I would say that my momentum is coming back up, and I got things I need to get done because life is short. Life is short.
Mr. Rock.
Yeah, I would say for me, I lost momentum
musically. Writing songs, even though I've been writing them, but not as fast as I normally would. So 2024, I made it a purpose because I've been sitting on a few songs that's majority of them complete, but still incomplete. So I just made a decision 2024, I'll stay up late, get this stuff done, because there's people asking, hey, where's this material, that they want to hear. And I think I not just owe it to them, but to myself.
Mr. Marcus.
I wouldn't say lost momentum. I think my biggest focus right now is balance. And I think the lack of balance is what can make it feel like momentum is lost. Because we all have multiple things that we're trying to work on at the same time. And that, if not careful, can be the Achilles heel in it not being successful. Because trying to work on multiple things at the same time can make something lack. So just trying to find a balance of being able to do all of the things effectively so don't become a jack of all trades but a master of none.
Well, I'm gonna ask you this question. Your hat look real nice too. Can your momentum be selfish?
Absolutely.
Oh no, maybe the better answer to the question is your momentum selfish?
No.
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 Okay. You really don't think your momentums are selfish?
Oh,
No,
well,
I think mine's not selfish because the thing that I'm striving for is not for me, it's for my family. So if I just said, I wanted to make more money, yeah, that could be more selfish towards me, but everything I'm doing or trying to do is for the betterment of the unit of my family. So that's why I think mine's not selfish.
How about you, Minister Rock?
Yeah, the reason why I say mine's is not selfish is one, because I know what it can bring for my family. Being able to, even though I'm the one that'll be there, but I have a daughter, and using her as partnering with her, teaching her and showing her the way, because I'm showing her now how to write what I, when I say what life, because she's 12. So I don't want her just to be just doing whatever she want to do. There has to be a standard for her to grow into that. So that's why I would say it's not selfish.
Yeah, that sounds good, but I still think it's selfish because you're saying that when you first started, you said that I'm writing more, I'm getting back into the music thing, and sometimes, and I'm not saying this is for you, I'm just giving an
Yes, sir.
example. Sometimes what we want to do interferes with what we need to do. And we fight to get the momentum to do what we want to do when there's some things, sensitive things in the family, in the financial realm, in the health that needs a greater attention than the momentum of what you're going after. That's very important. You said something earlier. You said, I'm getting my body back together because I want to live to help raise my son. Sometimes we have to find out, is our momentum necessary? Because we get this energy. Energy got to come from something. You see what I'm saying? Energy have to come from something. So that means if I'm using in 2023, I've used all my energy, there's no more energy. But then I'm going to 24 saying I want to do something new. Where are you going to get the energy from? Ms. Rock said, I'll stay up late to do, now I'm staying up late to do this. The energy is coming, it's being taken from something. And I think I think that even though we talking about momentum, my question is, do we really need momentum or do we need a mature strategy? Because momentum means like faster. I think that's what the world wants us to be like. Just do it. Just do it. And I think sometimes we got to sit there and create a fresh strategy. And that strategy might be like, I don't need to be fast on this because everybody not ready for it. It's nothing wrong with having an incredible idea. It's just wrong that it comes at a time nobody wants it. So I think that we need to really sit down and think about what is this picture going to bring to the wholeness of me? What is this energy is going to bring? Because we get momentum and mostly in hobbies and zeal. We get a zeal, like let me use you for example. You play the piano, you love instruments, play a lot of instruments, but one of them is piano. And then you go to the music store and you see this keyboard that costs $10,000. And you get the zeal and the momentum to get this keyboard because now you got all these thoughts of what you can do with the keyboard to make money, right? But the reality is you really should take that $10,000 and invest it in another property. And that you have a zeal for can have to wait. You have to learn to balance stuff because I've bought a lot of stuff out of momentum and said I was going to do a lot of stuff with it. And I can sell it to you today for a discount price because my zeal is off. It's good to see Vic in the studio today. Wearing that mink coat, he ain't playing either. Hey, man, Shaft. I think that we these here, I can't speak for everybody. I think we need to sit there and think about what is it going to bring? What is it going to bring to us? Our momentum. What is it going to bring to us? Not us, but the family that you're connected to, the people that you're connected to. Because you can take that same momentum and stop writing songs and take that momentum to support your daughter to become who she wants to be, which means you can't become what you want to be. That's major. That's major. I love playing sports. I'm really not the sports guy. You know, if you invite me to see the Ravens, if you got tickets to go to the Ravens in Vegas, I'ma go. Even if you just get me a room, forget the tickets, get me a hotel room. I'll be there. I'll find a way to hear about the game. But when my son took the same interest in it when I was in, I couldn't be on the field anymore because I had to be on the sideline, making sure that he's on the field. Did that make sense? That affected my momentum. I don't care what nobody say, because that's why every time they finished playing the game, I took the ball and made somebody pitch it to me. Right. I wanted to let them know how far I could hit it, because you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you gotta weigh. Is this the season for you to embrace it because you can, or is this the season for me to embrace someone because I can? Does that make sense? You gonna say something, Chris?
It's I understand what you're saying, because it's what happens is, like, I give an example. One of my goals is my oldest, Taji, and I told him I was gonna do something. I basically made a promise that I was gonna get an investment property. We was gonna do it jointly, and we talked about it at the Honor Guard retreat. And I want to do it because I want him to see. I want him to have income coming in. I want him to see where he can invest, have income coming in, and it's another source of income to keep him in alignment. Okay, so I understand what you're saying. So it's like we need to look. If we look outside of ourselves, like everybody, like you used today, is talking about the family. If we look in our family, there are so many purposes and assignments in our family that is like, I know what Christoph, I need to do stuff. So there's so many purposes in our family that we need to, that if we just do that, we'll get the growth. Like, I want the growth in income, but it may be where $2,000 a month come from because of what I did with Taji. You see what I'm saying? It may be where 1,000 come from Tori getting her studio, and because there's things everybody need to get done to move forward. So I understand what you're saying.
I'm going to challenge y'all, because all of y'all are married, right? You didn't know?
I'm married.
Oh, you married? You said, oh, yeah, I'm married. When will you take your momentum to take energy or take the responsibility off your wife? Or have you? You might have already did it. But I'm thinking this is what I'm seeing for myself, not on this table, but period. That men does a lot. The men does a lot, but they still don't do enough. So the question is the lot that you do, is it necessary for the season that you're in? I just want to challenge y'all. We got, as men, we have to work on being more valuable than the mother.
That's powerful.
I mean, a mother can go into a room with no TV, no radio, sit down with the kids and have a whole blown out conversation and learn what you will never learn. You come in the room, the mother's not there, you can't get that same energy. I mean, if you can, that's incredible. But there's very few men that can embrace that kind of energy from a group of kids of their own. I found out that this is me talking, a child will tell the mother the truth before they tell the father. Even if we come threatened. I might be off. I could be off.
A question. You know, the mom can. 1, 2. The mom can come in. You know. 1, 2. Janine can come in the room and, you know, create a conversation where, you know, their conversation might be, you know, I'm just gonna say fun, right? But I think fathers, we come with a different presence at times because, you know, we're more so. I don't want to say even the disciplinary, but
Because we're not.
Right.
We're not. Oh, no, we're not. We're not. We're not the mother plays both roles. We might be the person that brings balance, but I very rarely see the mother beats too. You just come with a threat. I don't want to cut you off. I'm sorry. It's my medicine.
Yeah, so I would say, you know, it all depends on the personality of, you know, of the dad. You know me, so I know I can come in and have a open conversation with them. But the key thing that I have learned, just like you said, the spirit of familiarity. It just happened today. You know, the spirit of familiarity. So one of my daughters, she wanted to stay here today, but Janine had already told her no. But then she came to me and said, "Can I stay?" So she tried to play the opposite. You know, but we have to know that as the parents, man. Then she left out of here today with, you know, looked like she was about to cry because I stuck to what her mother said. So I think that with the conversation, has to be a balance of where you are, and that's what brings that child to saying, "I ain't going to ask my father because he's going to give the straight answer. I might can get around to my mom." If that makes sense.
I still want to challenge y'all with the question: how can we, as men, take the weight, the responsible weight, off the women?
I just want to say that's an excellent question, Pastor. For me, I would honestly say I'm learning to be more of a servant to my wife, to my family, and in this season, with my wife being pregnant, a lot of the weight of the responsibility of the household, the maintaining of the household is on me. Washing clothes, cleaning, cooking, everything. And I would say at one point I took that for granted. And in this season, it's my responsibility to carry that weight. But I also kind of made a promise to myself that when my wife gets through this season, that I want to continue that same responsibility that I'm doing even right now.
Yeah, I would encourage your wife to record this and keep it. It would help her in proving her point. That's right. But are y'all, because men are weird sometimes. Oh, like you said something, Ms. Rock, a woman can come in a room and they can have fun and be playing and everything. Why is it so hard for us to have that same moment with our kids?
I think part of that is learned behavior and communication skills. So from a parenting perspective, like for my house, I have a lot of girls in my house, and then me and my son, we kind of bond as the only guys around, and got a
It
male
really
dog.
is the only guys around.
And a dog. But like for instance, my wife and my daughters, they may talk or joke or whatever, had their little tea time and stuff where they talk and all that. And some of that, like I've had to force myself to be a part of it sometimes, just because it's not interesting to me. It's not something that I would be interested in as a man.
So is that selfish?
I don't know if it's necessarily selfish as much as it's just not what I would want to do.
So
And
that's if you don't want to do it, but it's something that the family is doing and you don't want to do it because you don't feel it. Isn't that being selfish?
I think it's part-time selfishness at certain times, because there are certain times we do have to force ourselves to be in the environment that we don't want to be in, because they may have some kind of conversation where it's like this is crazy. I could be doing this, and that is selfish. But then the part-time part comes in when you got to sit around and hear it just to be a part of it. Because
Yeah, you got to realize that everything ain't built around
That's
you.
right.
You're the head of the house, but you ain't the whole house.
Right.
And everything's not built around you. And I think that you got to find a chemistry where your children can want to lean towards you in fun and not lean towards your mother, the mother, or even in the commitments. I mean, I was raised in a household where it says, go ask your mother. Go ask your mother. Go ask your. Now, you want to be in charge. I'm asking you, but you don't want to go ask your mother. Then I asked my mother. My mother said yes, and then you want to rise up and tell me why he got to go. It's just messy. I think that, I think that we have to balance our momentum and make sure that we're carrying our family with us, and not let our family live off our dream.
Right. I will ask. We ask responsibility of taking off the women. So one of the things that I've done for years is stepped up to make sure that I'm a part of the school system, because I worked at one point so long that I always miss PTAs, this, that, and the other. So anything that happens at the school, I arrive, not Janine. I come back and I fill her in on what happened, because I want the school system to know that there's a dad home, not just mom, because that is always happening, that there's always the mom, but can I talk to, the dad? So I built a relationship with the teachers, different things like that I could pop up the school at any time. So that's one of the things.
You gonna say something?
I find myself asking the question nowadays. Before, I would always come home, kiss my wife, blah, 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 like, everything all right? Yeah, good. Then, as everybody know, I'm an introvert. I go be in my space. But now, I keep asking the question, do you need anything? Is there anything you need me to do? That's how I think that we can take that momentum or take that burden off of our spouses, is we ask the question, do you need anything? Because a lot of us, we don't know, and a lot of women, they tend to hold on to stuff for, could be certain reasons, because they may not be wanting to give away their power or the power they think they have, but it's just us trying to relieve them of some of the stress that they go day by day when we're there. I don't mind doing
I'm gonna
stuff.
speak for the women. Some women don't give you the proper answer because they don't like your response. Do you need anything? Yeah, blah, blah. Oh, wow. If you're either gonna help where she's at, or you come to dictate to her how to help it. And she don't want dictation. She wants participation. Sometimes because we men, we want to find, we get in something and try to find the quick way to do it, the easiest way to do it, the fastest way to do it, not knowing that the process that she has is because she knows the personality of every child and what it takes for them to get there. I don't think that we as men study circumstances. We don't study people. Women study people well. If we had a conversation about any one of your children, the wife will probably know more about it, the child, than you do. Oh, this show ain't going too well.
It's kind of different in. Hello. All right. Yeah, it's a little different in our household because we have communication. Our communication lines are open between the wife and myself and our child. So the child, our daughter don't have to hide anything. She normally talks to me. You know, I was the one going to the schools. I'm the one that she confides in whenever she does something that mine might not agree with.
That's when she confides in you.
Yeah.
See, I was waiting to hear you say that. Most of the time, a child will confide in the father because they know the standard of the mother. But most of the time, a child will confide in the mother way before she confides in the father.
For the same reason.
For the same reason. I'm telling you because mom makes her ignorance or her dialogue comfortable. When we look at it like, why? We as men dealing with children ask too many questions on something they request for. A mother had kind of studied the child to the point that she actually knows what they're saying, what they're trying to get out of it. It's good when your children come to you, but I guarantee you, if you got a child that comes to you a lot, they already know where the mother's staying. So why go to the butt when you can go straight to the mouth?
You said something real good, Pastor, because my daughter studied me. She told my wife how to get stuff from me. So she really studied. Now that's when I started to learn. I was like, oh, yeah, she watching me now. I was like, oh, okay. And she started telling me about me. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I said, well, I got to change me. You know, because I got to change my presentation. You know what I mean? I can't be the old slob I used to be. I got to be a new man.
That's good that you said that. Most men won't let their children or their spouse tell them who they are. You're very offensive. The little boy, you know, it's like an organ playing. Is there no one here that knows that note? Thank God, I thought I was going to heaven. I hear music. Don't go towards the light. Most of us get very offensive. You can't have a dialogue where you asking someone to tell you about yourself, but you attack them for what they said. We do that a lot. We're the best at it. And because we're physically aggressive people, our tone will always intimidate them.
I've had a conversation with my boys, and I told them that we get to have man talk. You know, and it really happened when you made me come on the show because I didn't have a choice. But I told them, I say, anytime y'all really want to talk man to man, that's all you have to do is come to me and say, Dad, I want to have a man-to-man talk. I said, we talk plain and simple because it's just men. I said, whatever you say, I'm not going to hold it against you. As long as it's respectful, you can say what you want. I said, so if I'm telling you that you need to clean up your room and you mad at me because my basement look a mess, I'm not going to get offended by that. Of course, I pay the bills, so I can do that, but you get to say whatever you want. Now, it's been over a year, and they haven't had that man talk. So I'm like, y'all know y'all can talk to me anytime you want, but they just feel like, I don't know, maybe they don't want the conversation.
Well, I think there's a line drawn, and because the line is drawn, they don't know how to cross it. Because you even said in your conversation, you said, they can tell me my basement's not done, but I pay the bills. No one wants to have a conversation that's supposed to be an open conversation and you come with a strong defense. The conversation should be something that we apply, that we both learn from it. most of the time we don't accept them giving us conversations where we have to be taught. We're out of time. See you soon. God bless you. I am not going another minute over time. See ya. Man up.